The Gauntlet, the most grueling match in SMIW history. A match consisting of multiple trials that will test you physically and mentally. 3 Gauntlet matches have taken place throughout history, and the numbers tell the story. Over the years, 14 men have entered the Gauntlet. Only 3 of them have survived and emerged victorious. Insane Blaine, Michael Ralston, and Dante. Out of those 14 men, only 5 of them have competed in the Gauntlet more than once, and only 2 of them have competed in all 3. Fear and pain. Pain has been the most destructive force in the Gauntlet and holds the record of the most eliminations total that stands at 5. A CEO with a vendetta makes Pain step into the Gauntlet for the 4th time. And this time as the first entrant, and for the first time in history, to defend the SMIW World Heavyweight Championship. Can Pain survive and retain his title as he steps inside the Gauntlet?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SMIW Wrestling. This is the Gauntlet. I am Joe Davis, sitting here with my broadcast colleague, Bob. You can't take him anywhere for dinner because it's just too damn costly.
Well, how about that, Joe? You really got me there. Got me pegged pretty good. I am an expensive eater, but that's where all this weight comes from.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're prepared for an exciting show. The Gauntlet is truly something to behold. We see our CEO is making his way to the ring right now. There's so much to talk about, you know, Pain being forced into this match. The 4th time he's stepping into the Gauntlet. This is the 4th Gauntlet in history. Defending the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in a Gauntlet match. It's never happened before. I mean, we're truly in for some exciting stuff here, Bob.
That is very true, Joe, and I can't wait to see how the CEO opens up this wonder of a show that it's going to be.
Yeah, let's send it down to the ring, see what he's got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to SMIW. Before we get started, I do have a little bit of unfortunate news. At Rising Stars, we had the return of a veteran competitor known as Dante, and as great as it was to see Dante back here in this ring, unfortunately during his match he suffered a shoulder injury. He will not be competing here tonight.
That is terribly
Furthermore,
unfortunate, Joe.
I've spoken with Dante in the past couple of weeks. Dante, with the injury, has decided to that it would be in his best interest physically that he retire from in-ring competition. Now, this isn't me as saying something to you guys as a part of a storyline or as a part of an angle. Ladies and gentlemen, this legitimately happened. Dante will not be here. It's very unfortunate. Stay tuned for in the future. We hope to have some more of Dante on the program in some form or capacity or another. We're just not sure how yet. You may see more Beyond the Ropes. You may see some more stuff from the Vault documenting his career. We'd like to wish Dante the best and good luck in all of his future endeavors. Now, that brings me to today. You see, today shall be a glorious day in SMIW. Today, as you can see, with all of this around the ringside area, the weapons of chaos, the weapons of mass destruction surround the ringside area, because today is the Gauntlet. Today, Pain will put the World Heavyweight Championship on the line in this very ring against everyone that is currently on the SMIW roster and some former talent that used to compete here in SMIW. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. There is a plan in place. That plan shall come to fruition here today. And finally, I just may hit my wish of having a champion that you all can be proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for some of the most hard-hitting action that you could possibly imagine. Some of the fiercest competition. Some of the utmost brutality. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gauntlet. Stay tuned. Don't go away. You aren't going to want to miss a minute of this, I assure you. Enjoy the show.
Well, Bob, as exciting as it is that the SMIW World Heavyweight Champion, Pain, will be defending that title in the Gauntlet, I feel it's kind of sad that the CEO is doing this to this man and bringing back a match like this just for his own personal gain.
Yes, Pain, as powerful and as big of a monster as he is going to be fighting an uphill battle all day long to try to retain that championship throughout this show.
And as our monitor goes out, it signals the arrival of the Risen Demon, the Master of the Shadows, the World Heavyweight Champion. He has been in more Gauntlet matches than anyone with the exception of his brother Fear. 3 times has Pain entered the Gauntlet match, and he has the most eliminations in history, standing at 5. Fear and Rampage in 2006, Panic in 2007 and 2010, Jacob Williams in 2010. And as you see, he steps through the curtain. Entry number 1, the World Heavyweight Champion, Pain. And if anyone, I believe, that has a shot at pulling off this miraculous feat of entering the Gauntlet at number 1 and retaining the World Heavyweight Champion, Bob, I think we're looking at that man right now.
Well, you just might be right, Joe. I mean, with a character like Pain, it is a wonder. Where does his power die? Where does it end? And how long can he carry this out? Especially against the rest of the SMIW roster. We do have some great power here, like Panic and Sid, Michael Ralston, and Nick Thunder. And Michael Ralston, might I add, is on a rise right now after last week, our last episode in the SMIW.
Winning the United States Championship. But on top of that, one thing that we're failing to mention is the fact that some former talent may show up here in the Gauntlet. Not only do we have all those names that you had just mentioned, but we have other talent that we haven't seen that could return, and we have our first contender, the second entrant in this year's Gauntlet to challenge Pain for that World Heavyweight Championship. Your buddy, Captain Eggs and Bacon. This is Kentucky Jim.
And look at the size of that straw. It gets bigger every time he shows up. I wonder what he has to be so proud of. He's currently the opposite of undefeated.
You're exactly right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain something here. Hold on, just a moment.
Kentucky Jim, back again. Got Pain, Mary, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here he is. And a fantabulous show called the Gauntlet. We're gonna take on this monster, Southern Tie. I think the only way make this truly feasible, grab one of these here chairs, normally for sitting, today not for sitting. Excuse me, sir, you hold on to this. I need that for later.
Kentucky Jim grabbing that great equalizer. Obviously, all these weapons legal in this matchup.
On the road.
Oh, clearly, Joe.
Slides that chair in the ring. Oh, and Payne stomps on it. He's not going to let him use it.
Oh, no.
Already striking fear into the heart of Kentucky Jim as he gets away with a couple of right hooks right off the bat.
Whip to the far side of the ring. Shoulder tackle, but to no avail on Payne.
Oh, no.
Got the recoil of rubber there. There's a couple of, you know, swings, the whammies from Kentucky Jim here.
Those big windmill overhand rights looking like they may be dazing Payne. There's a third one to the side of the head.
He even leapt on that last one.
Yeah, he tried to get a little something extra there, but he's not taking advantage as he should. And now he's got his, Payne's got his hand wrapped around the throat of Kentucky Jim. Is he gonna choke slam the big man? There he goes. Oh, and there goes the hat.
Oh man, Joe, that was vicious. And clearly Kentucky Jim seen that coming because he was stricken with fear. Couldn't even go in for a fourth overhand strike. He couldn't keep the attack going. He didn't know what to do. Payne was unfazed by all of Kentucky Jim's punches here.
Payne standing over Kentucky Jim, stalking his prey, as he is known to do throughout history. Kentucky Jim is not in a place he wants to be, and Payne right away is going to lock in the gallows. Kentucky Jim is in serious trouble here. He sees his chances at the World Heavyweight title slipping away, along with his consciousness.
Oh, there he goes. Lights are out, and nobody's home, Joe. Oh my
Sudden
God.
death by Payne. Kentucky Jim is out. And here he goes for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And the 3 count and the first elimination in this gauntlet match. Payne retains the title and moves on to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was trying to say before this stage of the gauntlet began, after, let's say, the scenario is that someone is able to defeat Payne and wins the World Heavyweight title, the match does not stop there. Another competitor then enters the ring. And no matter who wins each stage, more competitors come in to the ring and into the match until every single talent has competed in this match. So we could see multiple world champions here.
That's correct, Joe. This is going to totally be non-stop action for this entire show. It's going to be great, and I hope our viewers at home will love to watch what is in store for the rest of this episode.
Well, I know one person that did not enjoy his time in the gauntlet here is Kentucky Jim. Tried with, I suppose, everything that he has to no avail, but you see there with the sudden death, Payne grabs the 1, 2, 3,
2,
retains,
3,
and gains another elimination in the gauntlet matches, which now stands at 6. And he goes on to the next round. The competitors here are at random. We don't know who the next competitor is. Payne's waiting for him. Let's see who it is. I don't know this music, Bob.
Yeah, well, what we got going on here? I've never heard this. This must be a new, you know, one of the previous talents, perhaps. Oh my God, Joe.
Yes, you feel the same way I do. Ladies and gentlemen, entry number 3, and making his first appearance in a gauntlet match, Dr. Noose. He runs into the ring, and not the greatest view of it there, but it looked like a super kick. He looks like he lunged at Payne, and all of a sudden, he's dead to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Noose competed in SMIW in 2010. Didn't have a very long run with us, but he is one of the former talents. He is in serious trouble right off the get. There's a shot with that steel chair to the back of the leg.
I'm surprised somebody like Dr. News showed up to the call for previous talent to show up in the gauntlet. That's just incredible in and of itself. And the energy that he entered this match with is very quickly dwindling away.
And here's a maneuver we haven't seen from Payne in years. The submission known as Death's Embrace. Can Dr. Noose get out? Struggling. No. There it is. He taps out, and just like that, Payne, the World Heavyweight Champion, with another elimination, which now stands at 7, eliminates Dr. Noose in very quick fashion.
Indeed, Joe, he's already on his way to taking out the entire roster that we have available here at the SMIW, and previous talent like Dr. Noose there, who very quickly escapes the wrestling arena here.
Oh, yeah, let's see here. This is how it quickly happened for Dr. Noose. There's a different look at it from our sky cam. Look at this. Have you ever seen a whale flop out onto the beach? It's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, you're certainly right, Joe. You're definitely not wrong. That was certainly a sight to behold.
But Death's Embrace is too much for Dr. Noose, and he is eliminated from the gauntlet by the World Heavyweight Champion, Payne. Payne looking at now his 3rd stage of the gauntlet in very quick fashion. If he keeps up this kind of momentum, he just may retain the World Heavyweight title throughout the entirety of this gauntlet. But coming up next, here is his next opponent. And entry number 4 is the newcomer, the rookie Brian Myers.
Well, let's see what Brian Myers has on Payne here, Joe. He's coming off very aloof, and he shouldn't have that aloof attitude when it comes to Payne, that's for sure.
No, you're right. He does seem to be a little on the cocky side, has a chip on his shoulder. We've talked about that several times. You don't want to do that with this man. He extends out the hand. We've seen this before. And Payne isn't buying it and just delivers a stiff right hand to the side of the head. Brian Myers retreating from the ring real quick.
Yes, he's going to go try to gather his wits about him. And he's going to go ahead and grab that trash can lid, just kind of swapped it across his face there, and bash him again with it the 2nd time.
And into the ring post. I kind of wonder if that was more of that cocky attitude there from Brian Myers with that first shot. He's got that steel chain now and wraps it around the throat of Payne. I almost wasn't expecting this, but Brian Myers is actually taking the offense against the World Heavyweight Champion here.
It's almost effortlessly, it seems. I wonder if that's just a part of Brian Myers' attitude, or if Payne is just, you know, gauging his opponent at this point.
And with Payne, it's kind of hard to tell, but we do have a cover here.
1, 2.
And a 2 count there for Brian Myers, a 2nd away from eliminating Payne in this gauntlet match and becoming our new World Heavyweight Champion. Payne, he took a couple stiff shots to the head. He could be just a little bit rocked here.
Yeah, he does look like he's shaking the cobwebs off there, Joe. But he's going to go ahead and get right back into this. He's not going to let Brian Myers have this victory so easily.
And there's the stiff right hands to the side of the head. He's going to pull him out of the corner here and whip to the far side of the ring. A big boot right up underneath the chin. A signature maneuver that we've seen time and time again from Payne. He's going to go for the cover here.
1, 2.
And a 2 count for Payne.
That boot certainly hit its target, Joe. And now here Payne is with his chair. He's going to go ahead and put Brian Myers out of his misery pretty quick, it seems now.
What a shot with that steel chair. What impact. A steel chair in the hands of a man like Payne is a bad day at the office. Here you go. He's going to set up for that super kick. Whoa, and it looks like swatted away there from Brian Myers. I don't know if I've ever seen that. There's the Armageddon. Just like that, Bob, we can have a new champion.
1, 2.
No, just a 2 count, but just like that, Brian Myers with a huge maneuver and nearly takes the win.
That was pretty incredible, Joe. Brian Myers shouldn't be laughing, though. He's not going to have this victory that easy over Payne. Now, that was pretty incredible, I do believe, watching that happen. But, no, look at this. And Payne ducks right underneath of it. And here we go right back into the action again with a headbutt. A vicious one by Payne, straight onto Brian Myers.
Brian Myers certainly rocked after that there. Payne, looks like he's setting him up. Is he going for it? Is he going to go for the demon drop? We haven't seen that maneuver since Payne has come back. No, he's staggering. Brian Myers reverses it into a DDT, spiking Payne into the mat. He's gonna roll him over here.
1, 2.
And another 2 count for the newcomer, Brian Myers. He has nearly had Payne defeated a couple times in this matchup. I would not been expecting this. But Payne, throughout the course of, particularly this stage of the gauntlet, has taken several heavy blows to the head. He might be really having a hard time getting his wits about him here. Brian Myers is working on that leg.
The rookie Brian Myers is certainly giving Payne a bigger run for his money, and now he's going to try to calculate what he's going to do here next with a big foot to the face of Payne.
Right between the eyes. It almost looked as though Payne said, "Bring it on. Give me all you got." Brian Myers, he delivered. But he's not capitalizing. Brian Myers should be staying on Payne.
I wonder if Brian Myers is trying to collect a strategy, or if he's really just that stupid.
Well, I don't know, but he took too much time. And here comes Payne, fighting back from the ground up.
He has a couple of shots to the groin and a big overhand right to the side of Brian Myers' face.
Now, Brian Myers now currently down. Payne vertical. That's not where you want Payne to be if you're Brian Myers right now.
That's absolutely correct. And Brian Myers does not want what is happening to him now. He should have been quicker on the action, and that is for sure.
I think that's actually hurt Brian Myers a couple times, if I recall, throughout this year, where he hasn't capitalized where he should. Speaking of capitalizing, here's the gallows. Payne going to suck the life out of Brian Myers. And he's fading fast. The sudden death on the steel chair. You have to believe that Brian Myers' night is finished.
It's going to be a test of his endurance
1,
here as the cover is now in
2,
place.
3.
And no, a 3 count, giving Payne yet another victory here in the beginning of the gauntlet.
And yet, the third stage of the gauntlet sees Payne once again victorious. The 8th elimination total in Payne's career throughout the gauntlet matches. And here is how he got it done. Let's go back to the replays. Starting off with Brian Myers, wanting to extend the hand. Didn't work. That shot with a trash can lid. But there we go. See, there was a better view of it, how he deflected that super kick and the Armageddon. Here's a slow-mo look at it. What impact there from Brian Myers.
It was a slick reversal, and this was as well, going and driving that DDT. And I'm surprised that Payne got back from that. But then again, maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, as we have seen Payne in action over many a year.
And here is the sudden death, slow-mo on the steel chair, and that ended the night for Brian Myers. But I gotta give Brian Myers credit. He put up a valiant fight.
3.
He certainly did. For a rookie, he did really well, and clearly we saw rookie mistakes when it comes to holding back and not capitalizing in moments where he should have. Maybe if he had done that, he could have come out victorious here.
Well, here we go, though. 3 stages in, and Payne starting to look like he's going to feel the effects here. And the next entrant. This is going to be interesting, Bob. The next entrant in the gauntlet is Payne's partner, his right-hand man, the living nightmare that we know is Panic. What is going to happen here?
It's a good question, Joe. I'm really not expecting much. I almost believe that Panic is just going to kneel before Payne and let him have this one free.
And you could be right, and this could be a moment for Payne to start to, get his wits about him. Little fun fact, like I mentioned earlier, Panic has competed in 2 different gauntlet matches, 2007 and 2010. Fun fact, the man that eliminated him in both of those years is the man standing in the middle of the ring with that World Heavyweight title, Payne. But I can see your point with the way that things have been going. Just like at New Beginnings, he kneels before Payne and actually may just let this one slide. We're going to see right now what's going to happen.
Yes, they are going to stand face to face, and I'm curious how this is actually going to play out.
And Panic looked like he's going to take position, and yes, Panic standing behind Payne. Payne looking for the next opponent, and they're going to have to worry about both of these men. That's going to be a tall task in of itself. Oh my God!
Wow, Joe. He did it. Backstabbing Payne.
What
right
did I
there.
just witness?
Are we about to see a match between these two after all?
What a headbutt, my God! I don't believe what I'm seeing right now. And tossed like a rag doll across the ring. Panic has stabbed Payne in the back. And Payne, you can tell, was not prepared for that whatsoever. He is staggered.
Yeah, that has knocked Payne loose.
Oh my
And after that
God.
previous match with Brian Myers, I don't think he was prepared and ready to deal with Panic like this. He was just tossing around, and there he goes, falling out of the ring, and foot caught on that bottom rope.
Payne got hung up on the bottom rope and ripped the back of his leg across the ring apron. Oh my God. I wonder, I mean, that could have been easily an injury right there. That'll definitely affect Payne in the rest of this matchup, or in this stage, plus the rest of the gauntlet.
No, you are certainly correct, Joe. This is not going the way Payne probably had anticipated this to happen.
Well, I am shocked at what I've just seen. And I did not expect Panic to do what he's doing. Obviously, Payne didn't either. And what a shot, caving in the skull of Payne with that trash can. What a shot. Bob, I am at a loss right now.
I am literally speechless, Joe. I really cannot find words for what I'm witnessing here. Matter of fact, Panic just walking away, he's going to go ahead and just shot-put both of those sawhorses into the ring. Clearly, he has vicious intentions when it comes to Payne right now. I am very curious what has come across Panic and what is going through his mind to now turn his back and stab Payne in his.
Well, I mean, let's think about this for a moment. Bob, over the years, we've tried to try to come up with some kind of explanation or some reasoning why Panic does the things that he does. And the truth of the matter is, I don't think there is a rhyme or reason. I think Panic just does things. His entire intent is just destruction. And I mean, we've seen it over the years, time and time again. He just does things. And this may just be another one of those things where there is no explanation.
You may be right, Joe. I mean, Panic just... I mean, maybe he doesn't even know what the hell he's doing half the time. You know, he just does things. That's the best I can try to figure when it comes to him so far, because everything he does just seems to be utter chaos.
I suppose it could potentially be that he wants that world title back. Maybe not, I don't think so. But being that Payne's the man that took it away from him at Apocalypse, you just never know.
You might
Regardless,
not be wrong, Joe. That might be the case here. Maybe he wants that belt back for himself, if he has that desire.
well, regardless of whatever the reasoning is, Payne is still down. We still don't see him. Panic has set up this makeshift table in the center of the ring. Vicious intent on the mind of the living nightmare, Panic. He rolls back out of the ring, going back after Payne. And there he is, and he's been split wide open.
No wonder it's taken him so long to get to his feet. And you can see him grabbing that leg there. He's clearly feeling the injury from that bottom rope and getting hung up there.
Oh, the heavy shots by Panic. And there's another. Payne trying to strike back with a shot to the gut, but he's got nothing. I mean, I don't know if he has anything left.
Definitely seems to be worse for wear, Joe. Look at him on his back now. This is not looking good for Payne. Panic has a very, very strong upper hand so far in this match.
Very rarely over the years have we seen Payne in this sort of predicament, but if any man can put him there, it is Panic. Payne trying his best to get back on the offensive instead of the defensive, but he can't get anything. Panic grabs him up again, face first into the ladder. Payne just cannot get anything going here. He is in too much pain. He's been split wide open. It looks like right above the right eye. His leg has been ripped apart by being caught up on that rope and being ripped across the bottom of the apron there. Payne is in serious jeopardy.
This could spell the beginning of the end for Payne. If he makes it through Panic, how far can he make it through the Gauntlet now that he is split open and injured?
It's hard to say. Payne may be able to find a way, but it is going to be an uphill battle to deal with this monster. But these guys are no strangers to each other. Payne's the one that brought Panic here back in 2006. These guys have been enemies. They've been friends. You can see here Payne trying to do everything he can to fight back, and now they're just trading bombs.
And both of them seemingly a little bit staggered. Payne obviously has enough life left in him to really crush Panic in the head. And there he goes, a nice big blow to the turnbuckle there.
Payne now with a steel chair and a shot to the gut. Rears back and a shot across the spine of Panic. Oh, you can see him grabbing at that leg. He can barely stand. He's using everything that he's got here to try to deal with this monster and the betrayal. Payne, he might be thinking about using that makeshift table. No, Panic.
Oh, we've seen this before, Joe. Choke slam war. Who's gonna come out on top?
Looks like it's Panic.
And it is. What an angry clothesline for Panic.
Choke slam, Bob.
Oh,
an angry choke slam. I mean, and falling with him, just driving him almost through the canvas there.
You'll have to forgive me, Joe. The atrocity that I'm witnessing here in this match right now is affecting me personally. I can't keep my wits about me myself. And I'm losing my mind seeing this happen and unfold.
And a second choke slam from Panic. He's just dismembering and demolishing Payne before our very eyes. Look at him. He's a broken man right now. And with one hand, just like moments ago, picks him back up. What's he gonna do next? He's up on the shoulders. This only means one thing. Panic attack, not through the table. Oh my God. Payne, panic attack through the table.
Ow, Joe. Ow.
Panic, going for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And Panic, I can't believe it. Panic has stabbed Payne right in the spine, and he has done it. He has eliminated from the Gauntlet match, and Panic is now, as it stands, a 2-time SMIW World Heavyweight Champion. And here it is, the moment of truth. The moment that Panic showed his true colors with that forearm shot to the back of the head.
That certainly was something, Joe. Especially as he started off just tossing him around the ring here. And maybe as we were speculating, and look at that foot getting hung up from the sky cam there.
Here's another look at it from our faraway hard cam. You can see that easily could have torn some muscles, some tendons, broken a bone. But Payne fought back as much as he could.
Even with that chair shot against Panic's spine there, it was to no avail as Panic returned with that choke slam. And then, as we see, yet another from that angle.
There's a slow-mo look of the second choke slam with authority. And he follows it up with a panic attack through the table. Look at this. Just laying Payne out. And here's the cover that is changing the course of history as we know it.
3.
You know, I don't mean to continue speculating, but maybe this is just to free himself from Payne's mind games. I mean, that could be as simple as it is. He's just trying to free himself from Payne.
Well, Panic is moving on in the Gauntlet. He is the new champion. Let's see who is the next contender. Again, music I am not familiar with.
What do we got? What do we got here, Joe? Who's about to make his way through here?
Who is the next entrant? Oh my God!
Wow, Joe, I will be dipped in batter, deep fried, and you go ahead and call me a corn dog. That's the Warrior, CJ Blaze.
Spread the word of the ancient warriors. Yeah. Captain Fluff and Buff, yeah. Hashtag Buff the Fluff, yeah. You know what the Warriors
You gotta be kidding me, Joe.
I think,
gotta be kidding me.
I mean, CJ's always been off his rocker, but I think more so than before.
Doing the penguin bowl dance. You feel the floor talking, working it.
I don't have a clue what he's talking about. Fun fact, this is CJ's third entrant, or third time entering a gauntlet match, but the other 2 times was as his alter ego, the Ninja.
You don't know about that ancient
Each time that CJ has entered a gauntlet match, in 2007 and in 2010, who eliminated him? The man standing in the ring right now, Panic.
Incredible. How about that for some gauntlet history, Joe?
Well, CJ is going to attempt for a 3rd time to eliminate Panic from a gauntlet match, but if he can do it this time, he'll become World Heavyweight Champion in the process. I almost can't believe I just said that. CJ looking like he's trying to pick his spot here and make his way into the ring. He don't want to be hasty, obviously, with the guy like Panic. Up on the apron here, he's going to slowly make his way to the ring. I cannot believe I'm seeing the Warrior, CJ Blaze, in this ring. And he just barked at him.
Panic barked at CJ Blaze? That's the most I think I've ever heard out of Panic, and at a good time now.
You may not be wrong. Come on, CJ, get with the program. There you go, up and over the ropes, and now we can get this stage of the gauntlet underway.
It's hard to tell with Panic and wearing that mask, but I want to know what's exactly going through his mind right now.
Hell, he's got his staff.
CJ Blaze enter this ring against him.
Not Captain Fluff and Blaze.
Oh, Panic has his staff.
Careful.
Look out for Captain Fluff and Buff, or whatever the heck his name is.
Oh, no, kick to the midsection. And an elbows,
An elbow dab, Joe. Elbow dab.
I mean, I'll say elbow strike, but we're going to go with elbow dab, sure. There goes the staff.
No! Super!
No, he gets grabbed by Panic. I don't know what he was trying to do, but it ain't going to work. Taking off that middle rope, what's he going to do with him? I just flings him.
Tossing another opponent around the ring.
Oh, and I
flop around like a damn magic carp.
I've almost missed the classic CJ flop, Bob. I really have. But, CJ, if he has any hope in winning this, he's going to have to try to figure out something. He's going to have to figure it out quick.
Yeah, he's going to have to get smart or exotic, one of the two. And I don't know if you can get much more exotic than he already is at this particular moment, but he's going to go for something right here.
He gets some momentum coming off those ropes with the right hand. He's going to do it a 2nd time. Another big right hand. CJ needs to do something else, and he knows that he's going to pick up the steel chair. And he's sort of hesitating here. Blocked by Panic. My God, he rips it right out of his hands. Look at this. Oh my, what a shot with that steel chair, just laying CJ out.
You ever see somebody catapult a watermelon to the side of a building? I'm pretty sure that is exactly the same thing that just happened to CJ Blaze's brains from that chair shot from Panic.
It may be CJ trying to do everything that he can at this point. What is he, he's grabbing the ancient tome of warriorism.
Don't get me through this!
Oh, he's gonna need to pray here, Joe.
Fall apart! It's ancient!
The ancient tome, Bob, just so you know.
No,
and just like the schoolyard bully, Panic just rips it from his hands.
Oh, you ain't wrong, Joe. You ain't wrong. Panic's gonna go ahead and investigate this himself. Maybe he's gonna find himself a new religion here today.
It's quadruply ancient than what I told you.
It's so ancient, even though it looks like a binder you can get at Walmart right here and now.
Not the ancient tome.
Yeah, Joe.
But there's something about this binder, this tome, that CJ just loves. His heart is in it. Panic doesn't even know what to think of it.
Please.
It's delusions of a madman, Joe. Delusions of a madman.
No, my tome.
Oh no! He just stomps on CJ's prized possession, kicks it out of the ring.
Panic just continuing bullying tactics here. That's kind of even unlike Panic, really. And he
and
sets
up on the shoulders.
For yet what looks like it's going to be another Panic attack.
And in one last-ditch effort. CJ reaching out for the ancient Tome of Warriorism to no avail. The panic attack by Panic, and it's got to be over right here and now.
1.
Oh, you best
2,
believe that, Joe.
3.
CJ Blaze
There it
clearly
is.
not going to come out of that. Panic didn't even have to try for that pin. What a joke that must have been for Panic.
Well, the 3 count from Panic, and he retains the world title in this stage of the Gauntlet. And he moves on to the next. Thanks for coming, Mr. Warrior, CJ Blaze. CJ, this now makes CJ the only guy to have competed in multiple Gauntlet matches and never had one elimination.
Wow, incredible, Joe. And clearly from these replays, he had no effect on Panic. It's only fitting that he would get eliminated yet again by Panic in this here Gauntlet in 2018.
Well, look at this. I mean, just anything CJ tried to do, just put a halt to it. What a shot! Oh, and there is the slow-mo Skycam version. What a shot to the dome with that steel chair.
This is certainly side-splitting, Joe. Side-splitting.
I mean, he tried. That's all I can say. There's the panic attack. Here we go again.
His poor ancient tome, Joe. His poor ancient tome.
And with a
1,
3 count, CJ
2,
Blaze gets eliminated.
3.
I'd like to have a conversation with Mr. Fluffenbach there. See how he feels about this match.
Oh, get out of here with that. I think you're just as delusional as he is.
I think you make a fine dinner date, Joe. I don't know.
You're too expensive for him, Bob. You're too expensive for him.
Maybe.
And
I
here
don't
we
know,
go.
That penguin looked like he had class.
Penguin. Panic, kneeling down there in the corner. He is currently the world champion. He's been ignoring that belt since winning it from Kane not too long ago. The next entrant, number 7, Lonnie Robinson.
Here we are, Joe. Here's a serious competitor we are aware of. He hasn't done very well against Panic here in the past, but we'll see how he does here in the Gauntlet now that Panic is 2 entrants deep. And he's going to start off right away with this trash can here.
Yeah, he
shove it right into him.
Grabbed that equalizer right before he got in the ring, and here he goes, locking in the submission. Lonnie Robinson, if he can eliminate Panic right here and now, Lonnie Robinson will become World Heavyweight Champion and move on in the Gauntlet.
Oh, but here's Panic. He's going to go ahead and throw him over his shoulder, get out of that chokehold.
Lonnie Robinson, he needs to keep the pressure on if he's going to win here. Shove back in the corner. Right hand coming, but Lonnie Robinson too fast, and he's going to deliver the blows in the corner himself.
Maybe Lonnie Robinson's figuring out the key to victory here, and that's gaining speed advantage over Panic.
But he wants to stay away from the power of Panic, and right now he's not doing it.
You're certainly right, Joe. I'm hoping Lonnie Robinson can pull this off. Somebody has got to defeat these 2 monsters, Pain and Panic here. And with Pain already out of the way, it's only Panic now.
And Panic has Lonnie Robinson up. It looks like it could be over quick. There's the Panic attack. And just like that, I think Lonnie Robinson's chances have dwindled to nothing. Cover.
1, 2, 3.
And there you have it. Lonnie Robinson, for the first time in his career, entering a gauntlet match. And just like that, he is gone. Whoa, look out there, Mr. Cameraman. We don't want you to get hit, too. That could be a lawsuit of some sort. Yeah. Panic is still the world champion, Bob.
And yet another quick match at that.
Lonnie Robinson didn't really have a chance there. He tried using this trash can for an advantage, and it worked momentarily. But Panic was able to use his strength and his power to get out of this chokehold. Lonnie Robinson attempted to use his speed. He used it to his advantage, but very momentarily. Those heavy shots, the power, and the Panic attack. And that's all she wrote for Lonnie Robinson here in the Gauntlet.
It looks like Lonnie Robinson came out with a strategy, but just wasn't able to pull it off against Panic.
2,
Maybe you should have
3.
thought about his game plan a little bit deeper before he came out with such a quick loss.
Well, he may have had a strategy, but All it took is a couple right hands for Panic, the use of that power, and it just threw Lonnie Robinson's game plan right out the window. There you see Panic leaning up against the corner, again, still ignoring that World Heavyweight Championship belt. Maybe he didn't want that title. Maybe he just wanted to destroy anything in his path. Regardless, here comes the next competitor, and a guy that I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do in this match. The Outlaw. And entry number 8, Sid. Fun fact, this is the second time Sid is taking part in a gauntlet match. The first time Sid entered the gauntlet was back in 2010. The man that eliminated him, Panic.
Oh dear, Joe. How about them fun facts? Another
He's got
fun
the
fact,
steel
first
chain.
time we've seen him come out without a motorcycle in quite some time.
Well, with all these weapons outside of the ring, probably got nowhere to ride it. But Sid has a plan. He's got that steel chain. And what a shot with that chain to the side of the head. He just almost, I don't think he almost knocked Panic out with one blow.
That's true, Joe. You watch Panic just go straight to the ground from that right hand. Sid is coming out with fire. He's ready to take this. He wants that World Heavyweight title belt so bad he can smell it.
Well, he's using that chain to his advantage. We've seen that throughout his time in this last year. Throughout SMIW, there's a kickstart stomp to the side of the head. He knows what he wants. He has a game plan.
I tell you, he's ready to put Panic out of this match real quick. He wants that title just as bad as I want cherry pie.
Well, go down to the cafeteria. Go down to catering. Go get you a slab. I'll finish up here.
And they won't give me none.
Well, wonder why. He probably ate all the pumpkin beforehand. He won't share. Anyway, Sid, using that steel chain to gain the advantage. He's used that steel chain multiple times here in SMIW. That's actually what helped him, I think, win the United States Championship last year. Here we go, in the corner with those right hands, barring that arm. And there's that elbow right square to the face. Sid definitely has a plan. He knows what he wants. I don't agree necessarily with Sid, with the way Sid does some things, but he has all the tools. He can become the champion right here and realize his dream, but he's got to stay away from that power of Panic, the same as Lonnie Robinson. And another right hand.
You're certainly right, Joe. It is my true hope that Sid's going to pull this out over Panic. I like Sid's attitude, and he is a strategist, it would seem like, whether you agree with me or not. But nonetheless, here's Panic with that vicious slam.
I mean, there's that display of raw power possessed by Panic. And ladies and gentlemen, here's a cover.
1, 2.
To his credit, Sid kicks out at 2. If you would just watch Rising Stars just not that long ago, Sid was able to gain a victory over not just Panic, but also Dante in a triple threat match. He knows what he has to do. There's a big clothesline.
He
Sid
is familiar with his opponent, so I expect him to pull out all the stops right here.
Sid is got to turn this around if he wants to get a win here. Whip to the far side. And he pulls a 180 and gets out of harm's way. That's a very good maneuver there by Sid. Try to break the momentum there of Panic. Try to gain a breather. But
And
Panic right out after him.
Slow on the stalking. He's like a Jason Voorhees.
And what a shot to the side of the head.
Sid was certainly not ready for that. He thought he was going to be able to catch his breath, but certainly not. As slow as Panic is, he just wasn't ready for him.
Again, Panic might not be the quickest guy around, but that power makes up for it. A couple shots and he can lay you down. And he's got the steel chair. That's bad news for Sid. Gonna rear back. What a shot to the spine. You need a chiropractor? Not anymore.
That spine is gone now, Joe. I would like to see him stand after that. But it looks like Panic's just going to bring him up anyway.
Well, if Panic wants to move on to the next round of this gauntlet, he's got to do it in the ring. So a very smart maneuver on the part of Panic. But he rolls him right in, and Sid finds that steel chain.
I would expect him to use that here very soon. Or will he be able to with Panic on the on the chase?
And Sid, and he does get a chance to use it. Another right hand wrapped in that steel chain, right to the side of the head. Panic, once again stunned. If Sid can capitalize, this might be his shot. This might be his chance. He's gonna call him in, and a shot to the gut. He's gonna wrap that chain right around the throat, trying to suffocate him. All legal here.
Gonna take away whatever stamina the Panic might have left after the last couple of entrants that have came into the gauntlet here.
But with a couple well-placed elbows to the gut, he breaks the hold once again. Sid has to watch that kind of thing. Over into the corner now. But Panic is reeling. Panic's not quite all there right now. Panic.
He's definitely dazed. He's gonna have to shake these cobwebs off to keep the attack on to Sid.
And another well-placed elbow. Sid caught him coming in. He's still got the chain. Wraps it around the throat of Panic again. I'll give it to Sid. He's like a pit bull. He's relentless.
He's like me on some shepherd's pie, man. I tell you.
Sid, what's he got planned here? He's got that chain still around the neck, and he's going to use it to pull Panic down for the whiplash. He's got to go for the cover.
End right here, Joe.
1, 2, 3.
Sid's done it. Sid has done it. Sid has defeated the living nightmare, Panic, and has won the World Heavyweight title. What a moment in the career of Sid. He's at the top of the mountain.
That was a quality portion of this match there, Sid. Rather, Joe, I'm so sorry. I'm getting so confused. There's so much fast-paced action going on. I can't keep myself together.
Sid has finally done it. A multiple-time U.S. champion.
Right there.
And now you can say the Outlaw is the World Heavyweight Champion. And here is how he got it done. Let's go back to the replays. In just a moment, Panic is still down, but your world champion is now Sid. And this is how it started, with that well-placed shot to the side of the head. Sid was really bringing the heavy artillery, but the same can be said for Panic with that slam. Look at it. Here's another look at it. Follows that up with that clothesline, that shot to the back with that steel chair. Sid was somehow able to retaliate. There's the whiplash, the maneuver that got the job done, using the chain for extra momentum. He could have really severely injured the neck of Panic there,
1,
but he gets the
2,
3 count, and
3.
Sid has won the stage of the Gauntlet and is the World Heavyweight Champion. Unfortunately for Sid, it's not over. We have more Gauntlet to go. How much longer could Sid survive now? That's the million-dollar question.
That is a good question, Joe. And certainly that chain, I understand why he uses that so often. That really seems to help him out, and it really works for his style in ring.
And here he is staring at that world title. What a proud moment for Sid. Who's his next opponent? Oh, here he comes, and you can tell by the reaction on Sid's face, this is the last man that he wanted to encounter.
Oh, certainly, especially at this particular moment. Why couldn't he have a Dr. News or CJ Blaze right about now? Somebody he could just hopefully plow through. But now he's got Nick Thunder, and these two have faced off again and again in some very aggressive matches.
These guys have been at war with each other all year long. Entry number 9, Nick Thunder. And Nick Thunder, this is only his second time making it into the Gauntlet match. Nick Thunder has one elimination up to this point to his credit. One other thing he's got going for him, Sid. Sid, he used maybe everything that he had to take down Panic. Sid is worse for wear. This could be Nick Thunder's opportunity. These guys have traded the United States title back and forth recently, and here we go. A standoff for the biggest prize in our company, the World Heavyweight Championship.
Look at that, Joe. Nick Thunder's going to wait on Sid. Wait for him to start this match off.
You want this?
And I got to be honest, Joe, it doesn't seem like Nick Thunder's really himself at the moment.
I can agree with you, but Sid is going to come out firing. couple shots there now. A third one rocking Nick Thunder. Nick Thunder just didn't, yeah, he doesn't seem with it. And with one blow, turns this match, this stage of the gauntlet around.
That's something, Joe. I mean, I'm surprised he's still standing after the first 3 punches. He's going to go ahead and retaliate with a couple of his own, putting Sid right out of the ring.
Sid getting out of here, and Nick Thunder grabbing the equalizer, that steel chain. Nick Thunder has been on the wrong end, the receiving end, of a right hand with a chain by Sid several times. This could be retribution here.
You could be right, Joe. And he might gather an infinity for that chain himself after facing Sid so many times. And oh my God, look at that crack from the top of that trash can lid.
Sid now with a steel chair in hand. Sid gives it to him in the gut. And right across the spine. Sid may be worse for wear. He may not be at 100%, but he knows what he has to do.
He's just used that chair as a meat tenderizer, bringing Nick Thunder to his knees.
Sid has been with the company several years, starting in 2007. Nick Thunder started with the company in 2006. Nick Thunder has always wanted to become World Heavyweight Champion, and now 12 years later, has an opportunity if he can get through the Outlaw.
Yeah, and if he can get through the rest of the gauntlet, he's going to have one heck of a match on his hands just facing Sid, let alone whoever else happens to come across through the roster.
You make a valid point. No matter which one of these guys wins this stage, as we're still being told there's still more to come. Sid currently on the offensive. He's measuring his spot. Oh, my God, what a shot by Sid.
You could have heard that shot across the world. I'm betting you money people just woke up in Japan hearing that clash that must have sounded like their own thunder across the world.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, call the police. Let them know that was not a gunshot they heard. That was just the foot ricocheting off of the side of Nick Thunder's face. Into the side of the building there. And Nick Thunder does have that chain wrapped around his right hand. Retaliation from the big man.
Now he just tosses that chain aside. Apparently, he has no use for that now. And he's going to go ahead and continue an assault on Sid. What is he going to do here with this ladder?
The ladder yet to be used here in the gauntlet. Nick Thunder gonna change all that right now. What has he got in mind? And he's just gonna steamroll over Sid with the ladder.
Just a running charge straight into Sid. And now he's going to go ahead and look like just set that ladder right up there on the ropes. I wonder if he has a plan for that for later.
He could have, but he just, have you ever seen a bulldozer just run through a forest? That's kind of what it looked like. Grabs him and whips him into the building with force. Sid sideswipes him. Nick Thunder, his head may have cracked the side of the building. Sid now with a trash can. He delivers a shot to the spine of Nick Thunder. The momentum shifting back and forth between these two individuals. To no surprise, they know each other so well at this point.
That's right, Joe. And Nick Thunder now eating dirt as Sid keeps that hold right onto the back of his head there and slamming it into the solid ground. No recoil whatsoever there. Just bouncing the brains back and forth between his skull.
Now, Nick Thunder, I don't know if Nick Thunder was expecting Sid to have this much fight left in him. I don't know if I truly did. But Sid, once again, is in control. What's he doing? Where's he taking him? Not on the stop sign. DDT on the stop sign on the outside of the ring. Devastating.
Normally, stop means stop, not parked. But that's what has just happened. Nick Thunder laid out.
Well, yes. I couldn't have said it any better. Well done. I finally give you props for something, Bob. Sid slowly...
Now I can enjoy this cake and peace.
Fine, you do that. That's just fine. Sid is trying to enjoy the moment. He's finally found himself as the World Heavyweight Champion. trying to defend that belt against his arch rival, Nick Thunder. What does he plan on doing here? He's got one of those boards.
Oh, does Sid plan on making a table of his very own here? We're gonna find out as he sets that up. And what's he gonna do here? Yes, he is. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and just slide that into the ring. He does have a plan. I want to see how that unfolds.
Well, Sid not going into the ring and set up. He's going for the other board. He may really have something in mind here. He's got a plan. He's going for that second board. Nick Thunder charging at him and bounces his head right off of the board. I did not expect that out of Nick Thunder right then.
Yeah, look at the fight Nick Thunder has left. This isn't over yet. Let's see what happens here.
Nick Thunder, what's he gonna do with him? He's gonna hook him up. What's he gonna do with him? Oh, and a tossing suplex through the board up against the side of the fence. My God, what impact.
Yeah, Joey just threw him like a rag doll right through that board. And now it's in half, and so is Sid.
Agreed. Sid fighting valiantly. Nick Thunder wants the world title to himself. You can't blame him. These guys are putting it all on the line. But that's what you have to do in an environment like this. Sid trying with all of his might to get back up. But
well, if Nick Thunder wanted to, he had the opportunity to have himself a Sid s'more sandwich.
go get an ice cream sandwich. Leave the booth for 5 minutes. I'll let you know how this ends.
I can't pull myself away from the action.
Rolls
Joe.
in. Cover.
1, 2.
And only a 2 count.
I really almost thought that was it right there.
I did as well. I thought smart on the part of Nick Thunder. He knew he had to get Sid in the ring to get the pin, but Sid still has some fight left. But how much? How much does Sid have left? He's gonna pull him up. Whipped into the corner. Chest first. Sternum first. Gonna go in after him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That ring is exposed. There with a turnbuckle pad. Face first. He bounces the forehead off of that metal exposed ring. Cover. He could have him.
2.
No. A 2 count for Sid. Crafty on the part of Sid.
And what a roll-up, too, Joe. I'm surprised Sid didn't take that there now.
I mean, now
What a back and forth in this match.
both of these competitors pulling out all the stops. Both of them just moments away from winning this stage of the Gauntlet. What a back and forth match between these two. Sid is in control once again.
Indeed, Joe, as he's going to be the first man back to his feet. Let's see how he capitalizes on the advantage here.
Sid poised, cocked and loaded in the corner. Nick Thunder making his way back to his feet. There's a COC concussion on contact. If he can get the cover, this could be it for Nick Thunder.
1, 2.
No! Barely rolling the right shoulder up is Nick Thunder.
I can't
Sid
believe Nick
so
Thunder's
close.
got this fight left. And Sid grasping at that title. He wants to hold on. He wants to retain and hopefully carry it through the rest of the gauntlet.
Both of these guys they've taken so much out of each other. The next competitor in the gauntlet may be able to just pick up the scraps. Sid, once again poised. He's ready. He's got Nick Thunder in his sights. And he goes for the whiplash, shoved away. Whip to the far side. Reversal by Nick Thunder. Up on the shoulders. What has he got planned? He looks like he's going to gorilla press him.
Yes, he did, and right onto that ladder, just
Face
tossing
first.
him over his head, face first, onto that ladder, and now he's going to wrap him up for an electric funeral, and down Sid goes.
Cover.
1, 2, 3.
And ladies and gentlemen, the 12-year journey to climb the mountain and become the World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Thunder, has finally done it.
Nick Thunder.
And look at him recognizing the victory right away, the title in hand. I want to see how he carries out for the rest of the gauntlet now that Sid has wore him down so much.
Well, props to Sid. I have to give it to him. Unfortunately, his dream realized, and crushed in the matter of a couple of moments, but it wasn't without putting up a fight.
Especially right here in the beginning. Just another slugfest between these two. Not that we haven't seen that before, but it was vicious.
Sid and Nick Thunder. Oh my God. Sid and Nick Thunder using everything but the kitchen sink against each other here.
Oh,
you can
for
see
sure.
there.
And if they would have had access to a kitchen sink, you would have bet they'd use that too.
Probably. I'm willing to bet it. Nick Thunder with this tossing suplex just destroys the back of Sid. Sid still wasn't willing to give it up as he tried everything that he possibly could and even pulled out a couple things we weren't expecting. He got crafty. But this right here, the gorilla press and the electric funeral was the end of this stage of the gauntlet and the first world title reign of Sid.
Now with that wave over, I want to know who's going to come out to face Nick Thunder yet. This has got me on my toes.
This is really turning out to be something. Sid, you know, is going to want another shot at that title, whether it's Nick Thunder that comes away with the title or someone else by the time that this gauntlet is all said and done. Sid is not finished with a World Heavyweight Champion.
We will certainly see about that, Jim.
Jim?
Joe, John, Jiegelheimer Schmidt, whatever your name is, I have no idea.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
talking to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next entrant in the gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, fun fact, this man won the gauntlet in 2007. He is the new United States champion, Michael Ralston, and he's sporting some new hardware.
That is correct, and just recently taking that from Nick Thunder himself in Rising Stars.
You're right, we are just, you know, one show away from Michael Ralston becoming a 3-time United States champion. Here we go. Kick to the gut right away.
You're not going to give Nick Thunder a chance to breathe at all as he wraps him up into that lock right away. And Nick Thunder's going to go ahead and pick him up too.
He's going to use that power game to get out of that side headlock. Oh, here we go. This is exciting, Bob. The new World Heavyweight Champion, who was just the United States Champion at our last show, faces off with the new United States Champion. This is huge.
That's Michael Ralston. If he can keep on to that fire that he had last week and manage to keep it throughout the gauntlet here,
Cover.
he might go ahead and become an undisputed champion.
He could. He has that opportunity. If he can unify the world and United States titles right here, he can become undisputed champion of SMIW. Michael Ralston kind of taking a different approach that I wasn't quite expecting. He's using these wrestling holds to wear Nick Thunder down.
Yes, and clearly between Rising Stars and already we can see here in the gauntlet, Michael Ralston really has it out against Nick Thunder at this
right
point.
hand.
These
Did
guys
you
were supposed
hear
to be
that?
best friends, and Michael Ralston's just taking it straight to him.
Whatever problem these two have against each other, it has not been resolved. There's a basement clothesline. Cover again.
1, 2.
And still just a 2 count. Michael Ralston doing exactly what he should do as a veteran in this ring. Not that Nick Thunder isn't, but in Nick Thunder's state, Michael Ralston going for the offense quickly, going for the covers quickly, trying to end it early. But he's going up to the top where he is at home. And a beautiful elbow drop from Michael Ralston. Cover again.
1, 2.
Oh, and I can't believe he kicked out. That was something. Michael Ralston really coming out, pulling out all the stops right away, as fast as lightning.
Well, you could see as he slapped the mat there, a little bit of frustration on the part of Michael Ralston. But here he goes. He's going to go after the chair, and the weapons are coming into play in this stage of the gauntlet.
Clearly, Michael Ralston sees the need for an equalizer here and now, as he's going to go ahead and try to bring this in and use it against Nick Thunder.
Here we go, back in the ring. And that football punt to the face, bouncing that chair, ricocheting it off the skull of Michael Ralston. That just stopped him in his tracks.
That'll give Nick Thunder much needed room to breathe here, try to collect the wits about him before he moves forward. And you can see there, Nick Thunder is dazed.
Well, you make a very valid point. He needed that. Here we go, hooks him up, and a beautiful stalling suplex. What power still possessed by the God of Thunder.
1, 2.
And he gets a 2 count out of it for his trouble.
Not going to get the count there as Nick Thunder went for that stalling suplex and got some very incredible hang time before dropping Michael Ralston down and to no avail with that pin. But now he's going to hook him up with a Boston Crab.
Yeah, something that is a rarity for Nick Thunder, but not a bad maneuver actually on the part of Nick Thunder here. He gets to apply some pressure while trying to get some air back in his lungs, trying to get a breather. Michael Ralston to the ropes, and to Nick Thunder's credit, still the sportsman, breaking the hold when necessary.
Yeah, that's something I can appreciate out of Nick Thunder is, being a sportsman-like guy and, respecting the rules of the game here.
Well, what's he got planned? He's measuring him. Running knee lift to the side of the face of Michael Ralston. That's a new one. Nick Thunder even pulling out some new tricks from the bag.
Oh, yes, indeed, Joe. Just steamrolling right through him on that maneuver.
Michael Ralston. This is his 3rd time entering a gauntlet match, winning the gauntlet in 2007. He would go on to win the world title at Apocalypse that year. He would be the World Heavyweight Champion when he entered the gauntlet in 2010, but was only 1 spot shy. He got to the finals. Oh! Nick Thunder stopped. Michael Ralston with the stop sign.
Yet again, a second person parking at the stop sign.
But as I was saying, Michael Ralston was the runner-up in 2010. He got to the final 2 before being eliminated by Dante, who won the gauntlet that year. So Michael Ralston knows what it takes, to get through these stages of this gauntlet. Nick Thunder does as well. So Nick Thunder, he's pulling out all the stops. He's really been looking strong, pulling out some things we've never seen before. But
sure, you're right, Joe. And furthermore, I'm surprised Nick Thunder has gathered the momentum he has in this match after facing Sid in the previous wave.
And those two just beat the hell out of each other. But Nick Thunder's got those sawhorses back in the ring. He's got a plan. He's got a plan to end this right here, right now.
Certainly, it seems you would be right, Joe. Will he be able to capitalize on what he's setting up, though? It won't be the first time that somebody has failed to do so.
He's got that board. He's going to lay it across those sawhorses. Michael Ralston, here you go. See him coming back into the frame. He pulls the world title down. He goes up to the top. Nick Thunder, dealing with his makeshift table, doesn't see Michael Ralston perched on top. And a missile drop kick puts Nick Thunder down. Cover.
1, 2.
And a 2 count for the United States champion.
I'm really surprised he got out of that, Joe. Michael Ralston, with a beautiful missile drop kick, could have taken that victory right then and there. I want to know what Nick Thunder's got inside of him that is allowing him to pursue this fight forward.
Michael Ralston, he now has his hands on that ladder, and nobody in SMIW history has utilized the ladder like Michael Ralston.
Once again, you are certainly right, Joe. He is the ladder expert, if you will, of SMIW, and he's going to go ahead and use that to his advantage now.
What's he got planned? He's got that in his hands. He's going to use it. Drives it into the stomach of Nick Thunder. And now across the spine. Nick Thunder has taken such abuse between Michael Ralston and Sid in these 2 waves of the gauntlet.
It's always been my ring.
Michael Ralston, he's something has still gotten into him. That's still something I would like to have solved. I never expected, sometimes it's unfortunate. Friendships come and go, sometimes the end, but I didn't think that this was going to be one of them. Whipped into the corner there.
Yeah, Joe, this is a surprise. These guys are great competitors and great athletes. And look at this.
Oh! Leaps off the ladder, clothesline, sandwiching him between the ladder and that clothesline.
Sandwich.
1, 2.
A 2 count for Michael Ralston. 1 second away from becoming undisputed champion. You don't have a PB&J stashed here in the desk somewhere? You know what? Don't answer that question. Michael Ralston doing everything that he can to gain the World Heavyweight Championship, and if he can pull this victory off, he'll be a 4-time world champion. Michael Ralston, no stranger to that feat. He would love to add another title, another world title, excuse me, to his resume. And he's well on his way if he can keep the pressure on right now. He's got that steel chair in hand. What's he got planned? Here we go. And a shot to the head of Nick Thunder. Rocks him. What's he gonna... He's... Oh, no. He's laying him out on that table. Bob, do you know what this means?
Oh, I know what this means, Joe. And look at the bowing of that board. He better hurry if he doesn't want that table to collapse on him right now.
Nick Thunder is in danger land. On top of the ladder is Michael Ralston. Oh my God, sacrificing his body, throwing caution to the wind to wipe Nick Thunder out.
Just incredible, Joe. I don't see Nick Thunder coming back from this. I don't see it at all. And even Michael Ralston, he is down for the count too. Who's going to get up and take this? And Michael Ralston now already ready to stir his way to victory. Let's hope as he tries to get up.
Well, I mean, Michael Ralston, with no regards for his own body, doing whatever it takes, and it's not obviously the first time we've ever seen him do that. He's been successful with that kind of mentality in the past. He goes for the cover. This is what he needs.
2.
No! Nick Thunder still kicks out at the count of 2.
Unbelievable, Joe. I can't believe Nick Thunder rolled his shoulder up for that.
Michael Ralston, as we are in shock.
Let's stay down already.
Michael Ralston had the world title in his fingertips. It was in his grasp.
It's my time.
So close he could
Done
taste
long
it.
enough.
And now here he is. And he's got a few more words for Nick Thunder. As he's now vertical and on his feet while Nick Thunder is still suffering from that leg drop through the table.
Yes, but look at this disrespect from Michael Ralston.
What do you got, huh?
What an unfortunate turn of events for Michael Ralston. I can't believe it. Nick Thunder making it. Oh my God! I think he nearly decapitated him.
He pulled that clothesline out of nowhere, Joe. Out of nowhere.
Nick Thunder was not going to listen to that anymore. Michael Ralston took too long. Nick Thunder making him pay for it. Oh my God, and there's a second one. Just wiping him out. Nick Thunder with a desperation maneuver with those clotheslines. He needed that though. Using the rope to pull himself back up, Michael Ralston now finds himself in trouble.
Nick Thunder getting life from nowhere. Where could all this be coming from? And now look at just moments ago, Michael Ralston standing over Nick Thunder, and now the tables have turned.
Yes, they have. Michael Ralston now seeing stars. A heavy right hand. Nick Thunder just pulls him to his feet. Michael Ralston, he doesn't even know where he is. I don't think at this point. He can't even defend himself. Nick Thunder in firm control. And he's setting him up. He's setting him up for the electric chair. Here he goes.
Oh my God, Joe. Incredible. Nick Thunder still had the stamina left to pull that electric chair out onto Michael Ralston. Is this now the end as he just stands over his prey?
Nick Thunder surveying the damage, rolls him up.
1, 2, 3.
And Michael Ralston has been eliminated.
Let me tell you something, brother. I have no idea what's gotten into you. You don't know what you heard, what you saw. Stand up. Stand up when I'm talking to you. It's your World Heavyweight Champion. Get on your feet. I don't know what got into you. And what makes you think you can take this approach over me. But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. And I'm gonna find out what's going on with you. Until that moment, you get your happy ass out of my ring.
Some harsh words, but truthful words from Nick Thunder to the United States champion as he rolls out from the ring, grabs his title, and walks away in defeat. Nick Thunder, still the world champion, and continues on in the gauntlet.
You're not wrong, Joe. And now, currently, until we see the final results of the gauntlet, the kings of the SMIW right now, and look at how this match unfolded.
It started out differently than we expected, like we had mentioned. It started out a little slower with these wrestling holds, but it soon picked up. The pace quickened, and Michael Ralston started to use what brought him to the dance, those high-flying maneuvers. But the power game still firmly in the hands of Nick Thunder, as you can see with that suplex. Here's another look at it here.
Look at that hang time, Joe. I tell you what, Nick Thunder, even with this Boston Crab here, just... both of these guys did everything they could to manage their victory over each other. Finally, with Nick Thunder there in the end.
There's that drop kick from the top rope. Again, using that high impact, high risk offense to his advantage. And this right here. Oh my God. Here's a slow-mo view.
I'll tell you something, Joe. I love that leg drop. That was beautiful on the behalf of Michael Ralston, and I am just in utter astonishment that he didn't manage to come away with the victory there, and instead let Nick Thunder get in a couple of these vicious clotheslines.
And this is where the tide turned in Nick Thunder's favor. Here you go, a Skycam slow-mo of the electric chair that brought Nick Thunder victory in this stage of the gauntlet. He had words for him after this.
Let me tell you something, brother. I have no idea what's gotten into you. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and I'm gonna find out what's going on with you. Until that moment, you get your happy ass out of my ring.
And just like that, the world title slips from the grasp of Michael Ralston, and Nick Thunder continues on.
I don't know who his next opponent is, but Nick Thunder's going to have a hard wave ahead of him after facing both Sid and Michael Ralston in these matches.
As it is, first time Nick Thunder has earned World Heavyweight Championship belt. I've decided it's time once again, as I've done in the past, to clean up the SMIW. And I lay that example before you now with a fresh start and a clean ring. Go ahead and bring on my next challenger. I'm anxious to see who's going to try to pry this deserved and hard-earned belt from my hands.
We are being told right now that the next entrant is the final entrant of the gauntlet. Oh, and of course it is the hand-picked man from the board of directors, Aiden Lane. And you tell me this was randomized? What a setup from the board of directors as the EWA National Heavyweight Champion, Suave Aiden Lane, makes his way to the ring. What a joke.
I'd like to say I'm surprised, Joe, but honestly, I'm really not, as our board of directors is going to do anything and everything they can to make sure that their handpicked guy is the one who comes away with the title here today.
I should have known. I should have seen this coming. This has been the CEO and the rest of the board of directors' plan all along. You can tell by the look on Nick Thunder's face. He's not impressed with the Suave one.
Oh, certainly not, Joe. Nick Thunder, I'm surprised he's got the patience for this. I'm surprised he just doesn't end it right now.
I can't believe this. Nick Thunder, he does look like he's regained some of his strength.
That belt.
But still, he just had two hellacious waves. Well, let's hear this.
World Heavyweight Championship belt looks like.
Mr. Thunder, please quiet down.
Have a good look, bud.
Shh. Shush your lips. Please. Please, shush.
Well, apparently Aiden Lane's got a thing or two to say. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go over the rules here, Mr. Thunder.
The rules. Okay.
As I've previously stated, when I debuted in SMIW, you guys have no class. So I gotta take you to school and show you the rules. In this match, there will be no weaponry involved. I am elegant. You cannot touch me with weapons. Do you understand? You look at elegance when it's talking to you. Okay? Do you understand? There will be no hair pulling.
Okay.
I'm going to say that slower so you can understand.
Oh, the disrespect
no
here.
Hair pulling. There will be no knee blows. There will be no shots with your E-blows.
And he uses that title to the back. I thought he said no weapons. What happened to that? Oh, wait, he's gonna hook him up. There it is. The ruse breaker. I think I'm saying that right. Cover. He can win the title right here.
2.
No, a 2 count. I thought he was gonna pull a fast one.
Oh, he certainly tried to, Joe, with that swift kick to the gut and that back shot with the title, or his title, rather.
Just like you can see the plan coming to fruition right before our eyes. This whole thing was laid out well in advance.
Oh, Aiden Lane. He thinks he's got it over with a couple of chops to Nick Thunder. Oh, they got another thing coming right here as a clothesline brings Aiden Lane straight to the ground.
Oh, and look at these right hands. I think he just knocked the suave right out of him.
I would say you're probably right, Joe. Hey, he's no longer silky smooth.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Nick Thunder finding this hilarious. He's got the AWA National Heavyweight Title belt. What's he gonna do with this?
How cute, he said, Joe. Clearly, he does find this hilarious.
I guess.
Well, what is he gonna do with it?
First, to do as your World Heavyweight Champion is go ahead and get rid of the garbage. Right where it
Oh no.
belongs.
The EWA National Heavyweight Title right in the garbage.
Nick Thunder making his opinion known right there.
Aiden Lane not happy. He tried to shoulder block him, but he might as well ran into a brick wall. Oh, he's throwing a temper tantrum.
Look at that, Joe. So much elegance and class, eh?
Oh, he's got him hooked up in the full Nelson. Can we see the electric funeral right here? No! Aiden Lane taps out.
Oh, you poor thing. Oh, cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Thunder has done it. Nick Thunder has foiled the plans of the board of directors. Their plan fails once again. The winner of the Gauntlet and the World Heavyweight Champion, the Thunder God, Nick Thunder. And this is how he did it.
No shots with your E-blows.
And look at this. A little swift kick to the groin and a back shot with that belt. And even after a roost breaker, still nothing for Aiden Lane as Nick Thunder quickly capitalizes after this failed attempt of a pin.
2.
Well, I mean, if Nick Thunder wouldn't have got at least some of his stamina and strength back, Aiden Lane may have easily made this plan work from the board of directors and walked away the World Heavyweight Champion. What a catastrophe that would have been.
Yeah, certainly, Joe. It almost worked. It really did. After having faced Sid and Michael Ralston back-to-back in hellacious matches, Nick Thunder still manages to pull the victory out, even to Aiden Lane against the board of directors.
Oh, cute. He tapped out. Yes. Yes. Your World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Thunder. Loud. Proud. It's time. We're cleaning up the SMIW and all the BS that comes with it.
Well, we're gonna go backstage. Apparently, the CEO is not happy. Here's his reaction to the closing moments of this matchup.
Come on! No! 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 I can't believe! No! 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 Why? Connor! Lee! They're not here! Where are the other guys? Where? Where was Jacob Williams? Huh? Where was Rampage? Where was Alex? Where was he? No. This will not stand. This will not stand. Nick Thunder will not be my champion. No! No!
The CEO is irate, but either way, Nick Thunder is your World Heavyweight Champion. Wait, we're being told the CEO is coming out here. Yes, yes he is.
Well, clearly not to congratulate him on the victory, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. Let's see what the CEO is livid.
No, 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 no. I will not stand for this. I will stand for this. Me, not Aiden Lane. Me, the CEO, Dwayne Rothman. I am going to be the last entrant in the Gauntlet.
What?
Nick Thunder, he's got no patience. He didn't care what the CEO had to say. He's going straight for this electric chair right now.
Well, the Gauntlet is continuing.
No.
Electric chair on the boss.
You see the height of the rebound on that too, Joe. Oh my God.
What do you think? A bad career move on the part of Nick Thunder?
Oh, very well could be the case.
Stay put right here.
Cover.
1, 2, 3.
And still, regardless, even though the Gauntlet match was ordered to continue, Nick Thunder, in fine, quick fashion, disposes of the CEO.
Your new World Heavyweight Champion, and for the first time ever. And I'm sorry, boss, but now that we've gotten here, you're gonna have to come yourself and send any monster you want to come and pry this from my cold, dead hands. I'm cleaning up this BS that you call a wrestling promotion. And I'm gonna hang this real proud right now over my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sad day for our CEO, but a crowning achievement for the career of Nick Thunder, who is now officially the 2018 Gauntlet winner and new World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to Nick Thunder. For Bob Costley, I am Joe Davis. We hope you enjoyed the show. Catch us next time.